Out of all the living source dragons that we've seen so far in Ninjago Dragons Rising, majority of them have spoken. And before you say anything, yes, the balanced one is dead. But we're not talking about balance, we're actually talking about flow. Why are we talking about flow? In Season 3 Part 2, and this will not come across as spoilers, because it's just merely discussing something. The Source Dragon of Flow does not speak at all. Hence, I have a theory to that. The Source Dragon of Flow is obviously representative of elements that flow. Examples may be like time and definitely like water and wind. These elements are the flowing elemental powers. Now, the best question I have to ask is, who or what could this person / dragon be doing? That is so important not to answer its calls from its brothers and sisters. I'm going to discuss my little theory, and it could be definitely way off. There are some little cracks in this theory, but still, I think it's good enough to have a guess at this. Let's discuss. I think the Source Dragon of Flow might be Nyad. Let me explain. Now, of course, this is going to come off as weird, because realistically, Source Dragons are dragons. Most likely dragons that were born before time had a name. Now, interestingly enough, these dragons got hierarchies, and these dragons also do let others in. For example, they didn't want to let Thunder Thing in, because they knew he was pure evil. What if this was the same thing with the elemental powers of water and wind, and the whole flow element itself? This could kind of make sense. Realistically, if you think about it, water can actually go as motion, same with wind, and if time is a part of the flowing element, each different time powers like fast forward, rewind, etc. can fall under different categories. Now, it's interesting why I picked Nyad out of all of them. We saw in Crystallized, she is alive. Doesn't know who the hell she is though, but if she was to answer a call from the deep, being the Source Dragons, she could literally get her memory of being a Source Dragon back. Or the powers could tread in. We can see that Source Dragons have obviously a huge power, so they could literally do anything. Now, Nyad being a Source Dragon would be pretty cool and representative of what we're seeing actually in the new series for Kai in Ninjago Legends Monstrosity. Because when you think about it, in Ninjago Monstrosity, we are going to be seeing Kai walk through his past and his fire past and seeing where his element had come from. Not from just his father Ray, but beyond that. We saw this obviously with Nia and her mom, and her mom obviously gained the element from Nyad, the story she was told as a kid. But it'd just be very interesting to see what obviously does come out of this. Now, obviously, Kai isn't going to do a whole Nia Seabound arc, but obviously the important thing to note here is the whole Nyad thing is important, because if you think about it, after a year of being merged with the sea, Nia knew who she was. She gained her memories back quickly. Nyad had never. Maybe she didn't have the same sort of heroic events, but I'm pretty sure the first master was not an a-hole and didn't try. Maybe he couldn't try because realistically, the Source Dragons saw what she did, and they said she's a savior. Made her a Source Dragon. I find that had a cool concept, but there are obviously plot holes in this theory, of course, as all theories can have plot holes. For example, if this is something that they are considering to do, the Source Dragon of Flow would have had to obviously be a Source Dragon from a later time. And it does coincide with the first Master wanting to make more realms. It's just that would have had to obviously be after he helped create Ninjago. So I'm not 100% sure on this theory that I've come up with, but it is something to take into consideration when we think about the Source Dragon of Flow. Let me know what you guys think about this theory of Nyad being the Source Dragon of Flow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.